The wonders of the African savanna. Welcome to the African savanna. One of the most magnificent ecological wonders on Earth. Wild and radiant like an endless symphony of nature. Here, every passing breeze carries the breath of freedom and the fierce vitality of life. Endless fields stretch all the way to the horizon, shimmering under the sun as if covered in gold. Between the scorched brown earth stand the towering baobab trees. Proud and resilient, they are the only patches of shade where life gathers in search of relief from the burning heat of this unforgiving land. The savanna is more than just a land, it is a living, breathing entity, constantly moving, constantly changing. The climate here shifts between two opposing extremes. The dry season lingers, etching deep cracks into the earth while the sky blazes with a brilliance that seems to scorch everything in its path. Then comes the rain, like a miracle, reviving nature and awakening life from a long, silent slumber. In the great cycle of life, the creatures of this land are constantly fighting, adapting, and thriving. Each new day is a journey in search of life, a battle for survival, for water, for food, and sometimes for existence itself. From herds of antelope crossing the grasslands to lions fiercely defending their territory. All are part of a harsh struggle for survival, where the strong are not only the hunters but also those who know how to wait for the right moment, who listen closely to the rhythm of nature. Above all, the savanna holds within it the wondrous stories carefully woven by Mother Nature herself. Fierce moments and gentle ones. Tense encounters or rare glimpses of peace. All of them blend together to create a vivid portrait of wild and untamed life. Let us step into this journey to feel the untouched beauty, to listen to the deep call of the earth and sky, the call of the African savanna. Across the endless golden grasslands of the savanna, sunlight paints the earth in vibrant shades. Every creature is a unique being, a single note in the living symphony of nature. And the zebras, with their black and white stripes that never repeat, are like living works of art, each one a masterpiece of its own. Each stripe is an unrepeatable mark, like a human fingerprint, a testament to the boundless creativity of Mother Nature. Zebras often gather in large herds, calmly grazing on the grass, yet never taking their eyes off the world around them. Every glance, every step they take reflects a deep sense of alertness, a survival instinct honed through thousands of years in the wild. The stripes are not just for beauty, they are visual weapons that confuse predators, blending hundreds of moving bodies into a single, shifting illusion. When under attack, Zebras can dash away at impressive speeds, weaving through low shrubs with agility and fierce determination that refuses to yield. Alongside the zebra, the wildebeest stands as another iconic symbol of the savanna. With their curved horns and sturdy build, they take part in one of the most magnificent migrations on Earth. A life and death journey in which around 1.5 million individuals cross vast grasslands in search of richer, more fertile lands. They are not only tireless migrants but also united warriors. When threatened, the adults quickly form a protective circle around the young, turning their bodies into a strong wall against the harsh forces of nature. Across the open woodlands and grassy plains of the savanna, giraffes move like silent dancers. Their long necks allow them to reach the highest leaves of the acacia trees, a place untouched by any other species. Their large eyes, set on either side of the head, give them a wide field of vision, always ready to spot approaching danger. With a tongue stretching up to 45 centimeters, flexible and strong, giraffes skillfully curl around leaves hidden among thorns, turning feeding into a delicate art. And when threatened, they can deliver deadly kicks powerful enough to make even lions think twice. African elephants, the gentle giants, walk through the savanna like architects of nature. They topple trees and carve new paths, clearing the way for sunlight and life to spread across the land. An adult elephant can drink nearly 200 liters of water and consume hundreds of kilograms of food each day. Though massive and powerful, they live in herds bound by deep bonds, affection, and remarkable intelligence that commands respect and admiration. The presence of elephants is a shaping force of the landscape, a living testament to the intricate evolution of nature. Hidden among the trees, leopards move like warriors of the shadows. Their spotted coats let them vanish seamlessly into the surroundings, moving without a sound, each step seemingly calculated with precision. Unlike the noisy lions or hyenas, the leopard is a true master of silence and surprise. With astonishing strength, they can drag prey 3 times their own weight up into the trees, securing their meal from opportunistic thieves. With piercing eyes, razor-sharp claws, and exceptional climbing skills, the leopard stands as one of the most formidable predators in the savanna. All the creatures of the grasslands, from the striped zebras to the migrating herds of antelope, the gentle giraffes, to the intelligent elephants and the silent leopards, are irreplaceable pieces in a magnificent tapestry. They live, fight, love, and endure in a wild environment filled with challenges. It is this very diversity, this delicate design crafted by nature, that creates a vibrant and harmonious ecosystem where beauty and life walk hand in hand with danger and challenge. The savanna is not just a land, it is an eternal symphony of wildlife. Each step is light as the wind and every perfectly timed pounce of the leopard form a flawless harmony between survival instinct and the finesse shaped by millions of years of evolution. They are not merely silent hunters, but living embodiments of elegance in the art of survival. From razor-sharp claws to glowing golden eyes that track even the slightest movement, the leopard is a brilliant testament to the intelligence, agility, and power of nature. But the wild is not home to just one master. Meet another great feline, the cheetah. Slender, graceful, and bursting with speed like lightning tearing through the sky, the cheetah is the ultimate weapon of velocity on the savanna grasslands. In a split second, they can surge past 100 kilometers per hour. Their long legs stretch like tightly drawn bows, and their lean bodies seem built solely for chasing prey across the vast open plains. Unlike their feline relatives, they do not rely on ambush or climbing. They trust in speed, in the perfect explosion of a single moment. They hunt in broad daylight, when the blazing sun scorches the earth, hiding among the tall grasses and waiting for the golden moment to strike. One sudden sprint, one swift takedown, and the prey falls as if swept away by a fierce gust of wind. And then, the cheetah, neither as proud as the lion nor as cunning as the hyena, withdraws into the shade, resting and waiting for another day to relive nature's breathtaking performance of survival. Lying at the heart of East Africa, the Serengeti stretches endlessly toward the horizon, a wild land where nature still breathes in a rhythm that is raw and quiet. Endless grasslands unfold, where antelope, forest elephants, zebras, and lions coexist in the unchanging cycle of life and death. Each morning, dawn pours like honey over the vast plains. The first light touches every leaf, every wild footprint, awakening a magnificent symphony of survival. The Serengeti is not only the keeper of Africa's breath through millions of years, but also a silent witness to the miraculous migration of millions of creatures. An endless epic of strength, hope, and the enduring spirit of nature. The most striking presence in this land is a king without a throne. Yet no one dares to challenge him, the lion. Powerful and majestic, every step it takes seems to hush the grasslands into silence. The lion is not just a predator, it is a symbol of power and order in the wild. They live in small prides with a tightly knit social structure, much like a royal dynasty, with the lionesses taking on the roles of hunters and caretakers of the young, while the male lions guard the territory, asserting their dominance with roars that echo across the plains. They cooperate, share, and move as a unified force in every hunt, a deadly yet calculated symphony of precision. After every feast of red meat comes the remains, left for the loyal scavengers, the hyenas. Hyenas, often misunderstood creatures, live in a world where nothing goes to waste. They make use of every leftover from a meal, from marrow-filled bones to tough sinew, turning what's discarded into a rich source of life. With jaws among the strongest in the animal kingdom, hyenas can crush even the largest bones. They operate in groups, like a strategic army that knows how to use numbers, react quickly, and choose the right moments to strike or retreat. They're an essential part of nature's cycle of renewal, the cleaners of the battlefield, preventing the grasslands from decaying under rotting carcasses, and helping preserve the fragile balance between life and death. Each species, from the cunning leopard, the lightning-fast cheetah, and the powerful lion to the relentless hyena, is a finely tuned piece in the vast and brutal puzzle of survival that is the savannah. Each creature is sculpted by nature with a distinct role, forming an ecosystem where everything is deeply interconnected, where life and death do not oppose but flow together like the twin beats of a wild and untamed heart. When the first rains fall, each drop feels like a sigh of relief from the heavens and the earth, breathing life back into a parched world. From the humble grasses to towering ancient trees, from tiny ant colonies to massive elephants, all rise together in a shared moment of joy. Each creature seems touched by the hand of Mother Nature, gentle, caring, and filled with love. The rainy season is not just a relief for cracked earth and dry grass. It is a vivid testament to the perfection in nature's design, where every drop of rain carries the seed of life and the miracle of renewal. The water-filled lowlands become perfect playgrounds for the hippos. They swim freely in the cool waters, diving and playing like children return to a world that belongs entirely to them. The water-filled river is not just a place of refuge, but a true paradise where comfort and happiness are revealed through deep breaths, resonant grunts, and lazy, peaceful movements. And like a symphony where no note is left unheard, the savanna grassland ecosystem comes alive more vividly than ever. Every animal, from predator to grazer, holds a unique place and an irreplaceable role in the grand design. This diversity weaves a complex web of life, where even the smallest movement can ripple through and affect the entire system. Located in southwestern Kenya, the legendary land of the Masai Mara is where nature wears its wild coat with pride. Across the vast plains, golden sunlight pours over every ripple of grass swaying in the wind, where each step of the roaming herds follows the call of the wild in its most primal form. This is also the homeland of the Maasai people, nomadic warriors who live in harmony with nature, preserving ancient traditions amid the rhythms of the modern world. The Masai Mara is not only the destination of the Great Migration, where millions of zebras and antelope face the perilous crossing of the Mara River. It is also a living symbol of the sacred bond between humans and nature. An epic that echoes day after day in the heart of Africa. The African wild dog, one of the most organized and efficient hunters in nature, still roams and hunts in the wild. The African wild dog, also known as the painted hunting dog, typically lives in packs of 5 to over 20 individuals, sometimes more if conditions are favorable. They hunt primarily in the early morning or late afternoon, when the weather is cooler. Unlike solitary hunters like leopards or lions, African wild dogs hunt with remarkable coordination. They chase their prey at high speed with endurance and precision, constantly switching positions to avoid exhaustion. This strategy gives them a remarkably high success rate, reaching up to 80%, far surpassing most other predators on the savanna. Their prey typically includes Thompson's gazelles, young wildebeest, and other small to medium-sized animals. Once they bring down their prey, the entire pack eats quickly, knowing that larger predators like lions or hyenas may soon arrive to steal their meal. One remarkable trait of African wild dogs is their strong sense of sharing. They often let the young and weaker members eat first before feeding themselves. Vultures are among the most extraordinary birds in the natural world. Lacking vibrant beauty or melodious songs, they exist quietly with a vital role, cleaning up carcasses and preventing disease across the vast African grasslands. Vultures primarily feed on the carcasses of dead animals. They have exceptionally sharp eyesight, allowing them to spot prey or carrion from several kilometers away while soaring high above the ground. When a feast is spotted, vultures quickly descend, and soon after, dozens or even hundreds more will arrive to join. The vulture's primary weapon is its strong, sharp, and hooked beak, powerful enough to tear through the tough remains of animal carcasses. Some species, like the lappet-faced vulture, have long, bare necks that allow them to reach deep into carcasses without getting tangled or dirty. A vulture's appearance may seem unattractive, but its natural design is highly efficient. It keeps the bird clean and perfectly suited for its vital role in the biological cycle. In addition, vultures have a highly specialized digestive system. Their stomachs contain extremely strong acid, capable of breaking down rotten meat and destroying most dangerous pathogens, including cholera bacteria and anthrax viruses. Thanks to this, vultures serve as a biological barrier, protecting the ecosystem from the risk of disease outbreaks. The rainy season marks the most crucial turning point for the Masai Mara grasslands. After months of dryness and red dust blanketing the land, the first rains pour down, carrying new life and awakening the vast expanse of the grasslands. The once cracked earth quickly soaks up the water, turning a deep, rich brown. In just a few short days, fresh grass sprouts rise all at once, transforming the Masai Mara into a lush green carpet that stretches all the way to the horizon. Bushes and low trees also spring back to life, adding vibrant splashes of green across the landscape. Along with the transformation of the landscape, life on the grasslands grows more vibrant and bustling than ever before. Herds of wildebeest, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles begin to move with the rains, following their path toward the fresh green pastures of the Masai Mara. As the rains begin in the Masai Mara, massive migrating herds set out on their long journey from the Serengeti, in search of lush, green grazing lands. Hundreds of thousands of wildebeest, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles trail one another, forming living rivers that flow across the vast open plains. However, to reach the Masai Mara, they must face their greatest challenge, the Mara River. This is no ordinary river, but a natural battlefield, where the razor-sharp jaws of giant crocodiles lie in wait beneath the muddy waters. Many young or weakened antelopes, as well as those that panic, are swept away by the strong currents or fall prey to the crocodiles. The crossing of the Mara River is a life-or-death moment, demanding from each animal determination, speed, and a measure of luck. But once they cross the river, they reach the lush green grasslands of the Masai Mara, a well-earned reward for their grueling journey. Yet beneath the prosperity of the rainy season lies a darker reality that creeps in day by day, the threat of poaching. Beneath the peaceful surface, nameless guns, cruel traps, and boundless greed are stealing lives with cold indifference and brutal force. Tens of thousands of elephants are killed each year for their tusks. Symbols of power and nobility that have become the very reason for a tragic path toward extinction. Thousands of rhinos have fallen, all for a single horn, a body part falsely glorified as a miracle cure. The alarming decline of these species is not just a loss in numbers, but a warning sign that an entire ecosystem is being shaken to its core. When key links are removed, the entire food chain falls out of balance. Predators are left without prey, grass grows unchecked, and smaller species are swept into an unpredictable struggle for survival. Even the rulers of the wild, like lions and leopards, become victims, not of natural survival, but of the black market trade, where their skins and bones are turned into deadly commodities. It is not only the animals, even indigenous communities like the Maasai and other nature-harmonious peoples are being drawn into this spiral. As large animals disappear, scarcity of food and resources follows, threatening not only survival but also the cultural values and ways of life rooted in the land for centuries. Even so, nature does not offer life without testing courage. The rainy season brings water, but also floods, disease, and uncertainty. In that wild world, survival is not merely a matter of strength or speed. It is a constant test of adaptability, mental resilience, and the intelligence of each species. In the savannah, life never stands still. It is a melody in constant motion, where every creature, no matter how big or small, holds a distinct note. Only when all voices rise together does the symphony come alive. Fierce yet gentle, sorrowful yet full of hope.